Guys, it's Spicy Penny. Currently, there's a snowstorm outside, and so I thought what I would do now is just in case something bad happens, I would just make my Why I Deserve to Join Obey video now because I'm not sure when it's going to come back on. It's out for about 12,000 people currently in our city, and that's probably the entire city's population because we're not that big. So I'm just going to get right into it. I don't know what's going to be in the background, and I think Raz is the one uploading this, so props to you, buddy. Thank you for having my back, and I'm just going to get into it. Well, I'd say roughly for about a year now, I've been taking YouTube seriously. Prior to that, I was just kind of uploading for fun, didn't really give a fuck. So it was, just hitting the shot every now and then I'd single upload it like everyone else did. And I got about 500 subs from doing that, so that's like the background history. There was nothing special about that until around, I'd say, December of last year is when I really started going at it. I was actually able to join SP. I became a throwing knife trick shotter, and from Stimulus Pact, I kept going and I joined XJMX, which is, in my opinion, the best knifing team. Like, they're just a phenomenal group of people. Everyone in there is just awesome. With my time in XJMX and obviously the time before that, I amounted to around 2,000, maybe 2,500, but around 2,000 subscribers. Still wasn't uploading anything other than shots though. That was still just the lingo because I didn't know that I could do more. Then around this time, I started thinking like about my future, and I wanted to go into entertainment. I wanted to do more than because I was having a blast with YouTube and just the thought of being an entertainer because I was watching all of these people, and it inspired me, to be honest. But not in the way to just make YouTube videos. That wasn't the big picture. The big picture, which still is the big picture, is to go into entertainment, like the Hollywood scene, maybe. But I want to be an entertainer, a film director, maybe. There's a lot of things that I do want to do with my life, and it's going to revolve around film and entertainment. And in my opinion, like a good stepping stone to get into the entertainment industry is YouTube. That's a good place to really hone your skills so you can enter it with the knowledge that you would already need. So with that in mind, I started just bringing my personality out a little more. I started doing more than shots, started uploading a little funny skits every now and then, or just a slight little twist on something that everyone else does. There are two main reasons I would say that got me more noticed in the community. The first one most people know, and they tend to associate my fame with, but I don't see it that way, was Gandhi. Gandhi is, I'd say, without a doubt, probably my best friend. And to be honest, I literally never have seen a Gandhi video beforehand until we actually became friends. All I knew about him is he did videos, but I didn't care about it. In fact, the reason I met Gandhi was because I did an account recovery for him back when I helped my good friend Sanctions with modding. So it was late at night, and it was like 3 in the morning. He was doing a Grand Theft Auto open lobby, and I didn't even know that was a big deal to get into or something like that. I just messaged him saying, "Hey, you mind if I join?" And so I joined, and we just kind of hit it off and started playing more and more. Through playing, he was obviously almost always recording, and so I got a little bit of attention from that because Gandhi's a pretty big YouTuber. And then, people started subscribing me from him, and I also got some subscribers from Sanctions doing modding because Sanctions was kind of like the teen pop star phase reign of the modding community at that time. With those two aspects in mind, I probably jumped from around 2K to like 3,500 subscribers within the span of like, I don't know, 3 weeks. And this was at the exact same time I actually started watching Gandhi's videos, and the first thing I noticed is it was different, and it was entertainment, and it was the same style that I wanted to get into, and I think that's why we became friends, is because we see eye to eye on certain aspects. So then I started making, little half-assed videos just because I had an iPhone at the time and I didn't think that I could do anything from an iPhone, so I didn't even put the effort in. It was just mediocre stuff, simple concepts, nothing too big, and it still did okay because I guess I put in some effort, obviously, but I didn't put nearly what I could. But over time, I started, putting more and more effort into it, and around the time this was a while back. Gandhi was tweeting out asking who should do his top 5, and somebody added me, and I said I'd be down because a few people had actually added me in reply, and he said DM me, and we were already friends, and he gave me a shot, and I did my very first ever like commentating of something, and to be honest, I think it went really well. I was really well received. Like my subscriber count just shot up to 4K within like a night. I gained 500 subscribers in a night. And I know I was, like, oh, the guy in the description, check him out. But, other people who've done it, I've seen it, they don't gain as much unless it's like a good commentary, obviously. I don't know if that makes sense or if that comes off as cocky. But I did good at commentating, and then I started doing more and more of them. And then me and Gandhi started doing more and more back and forth series things. I think because at that point, he had just considered me a friend, and he'd never considered me, like, somebody who actually had the, like, skills to be a good entertainer. He just knew that that's something I wanted to be at that time. Then we started pumping out more and more things, and I started doing more and more things. The AFK experiment, we did some scripts for some other projects that we're still working on that were already released, such as Two Girls, One Gandhi. And I just started uploading actual things on my channel, or I helped him mainly with his channel. I did a lot of behind the scenes stuff, not just for Gandhi, obviously. And I just kept growing and growing, and I probably shot to around 6,000 subscribers at that point. Right now, we're probably in the summer of 2015, by the way, I would say that. And it was around this time, maybe a little beforehand, actually, that I had met Razzle, too. And Raz was the exact same way as me and Gandhi. He had the same mindset and thinking. And all three of us just started playing, and we kept going. And we all just kind of kept on a growth spirit. We'd help each other out. We would help each other grow. But it was never a one-sided thing. Like, people say Gandhi got me famous. I personally believe that Gandhi gave me a chance to show that I'm worth sticking around. Because with that logic in mind, you could say that if you're in a Gandhi video, you're instantly famous. But there have been people before who are just, I wouldn't say forgotten about, but the hype's died down for them that have been like friends with Gandhi or played with Gandhi or were in a video. But I took that opportunity that Gandhi gave me, and I'm forever thankful for it. I need to say that now. Like, I'm not just a little bitch. I really am truly thankful for it. I took that opportunity and I used it to the best of my abilities with all I had, which was just an iPhone. And I kept growing. I kept hitting shots because that was still the main thing to do. But I kept going. I kept entertaining people because I knew that that's what I wanted to do. And before I knew it, I was shooting around 7,000 subscribers already, and I was just in shock. As soon as I hit 7,000 subscribers, I'd say around, is when I got hacked. It was unfortunate, but to be honest, and I was a little depressed at the time too because I got hacked, but I almost quit. It was rough. I actually did not quit, as you guys could obviously tell. And then I just kept going. I used that as a motivation to push me. I wanted to push past that eventually, and I did. And soon enough, 8,000, 9,000, and then the giant milestone for me was 10,000 subscribers. But I wasn't planning on stopping there. I knew that all I needed to do was keep being me and just keep pumping out original content, and that's what was going to do it. Say at around 10,000 subscribers, I took like a little look back on my channel and I saw it was still basing more around shots. People knew me for commentating and a bit of entertainment, but most people still kind of knew me as XJMX Streams or XJMX Spicy Penny. And I think that around then is where I took the giant leap forward and kind of just purely focused on entertainment. I mean, I know I still go for clips because clips is an aspect of entertainment, but I want to be an entertainer and I need to focus on all aspects of that. And so I just entertained. I made series, I made videos, I did a bunch of things, some original style concepts or a twist on a new concept, as I already said. Kept growing, hit 11K, hit around 12,000 subscribers. And then I placed in FaZe Carl's underrated YouTubers. The very first week, Carl did one of those underrated YouTubers things. I believe in first place, it was like best in class, then I think there was like Kiwis, Gandhi, and Replays. Those were all 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't know if it was in that order, though. But I thought to myself on that, those YouTubers all had over 100,000 subscribers, and Carl put me as 5th. So he instantly, when he made the series, he thought of 5 YouTubers who deserved more subscribers. Every one of those YouTubers had over 100,000 subscribers, and then there was just me at like 12K. I know 12,000's a lot, and I'm eternally grateful for that, and I still am, believe me. But it's like, compared to those guys, I was just in shock that I placed with all of them. And Carl just gave me a giant boost of motivation again to keep on uploading and keep going because I realized that even big people saw that I could have the potential to keep going. It's that same motivation that I use now to just keep pushing myself forward. As you guys can see, I've been grinding out for this Obey RC, and I think beforehand I was grinding out just as hard for like uploads and original things. Went inactive for 1 month on YouTube, roughly. Chose to go inactive for 1 month for a specific reason, and that was because of Black Ops 3. Every single year when a Call of Duty has come out for roughly a month, I basically just do a ceasefire on uploading. And I just spend that time watching other people's uploads because I want to see what the community wants. I want to focus on what they want, but I want to devote all my time into just focused on and what it is that they want to watch. It never really made a difference, I think, at all in the other Call of Duties because I wasn't big. I didn't care enough about it, but I still did it because that was my mindset going into it. Now, it's risky because I can lose subscribers, but the end result is it could be a better payout in the end because you'll have like a clear grasp on what they want. Think right now I've been doing good with that. At the same time I took the month, I also was able to get a PS4, and so now I honestly just feel like I'm extremely prepared for the upcoming months. That month of inactivity might be looked at as, oh, that was a stupid move, but I see it as a risk, and I think it's going to be a risk that pays off. And I think that so far during these OBRC, it's been paying off. I've been putting out some original style uploads, and obviously there hasn't been much uploads yet because, it's still early on, but I think it's going to go well, and I think it's going to keep going well. It's basically my story on how I got to where I am and, where we are right now. What does this say? What does all of this say, to be honest? I guess, in my opinion, what I always thought it said is what I was doing worked. The style of entertainment that I chose worked, and it was something that people wanted to watch. This isn't cockiness. I can't stress this enough. I'm not being cocky when I say this. I'm proud to say that I've gotten to where I am, but I'll never be cocky about it. I'm eternally grateful because you guys are the reason that I've gotten here, and you guys are the reason that I want to keep going, and I want to keep going. I just want to aspire. I want to aspire to do so much more, and you guys give me that extra push when I need it. With Obey, obviously comes exposure, but that's not the main reason. I want to benefit other people too. It's like a side of me, I guess it's a trait. With Obey, as much as it could benefit me, obviously, because people do want to join it just for the brand name, but I also want to benefit Obey. If they're going to do entertainment, I want to be there at that side. I want to bring entertainment to Obey as well. I want to bring my style of entertainment that people have welcomed with open arms. The same people that watch their videos. So I know that the same target audience that the Call of Duty trickshotting community in likes what I do. Now, does everybody like it? No, but I'm sure there's many people who don't like a lot of different things. You can never be perfect. You can't please everybody. As there's a saying, it's called beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And, you can only do so much for so many people. But I think that, personally, I've handcrafted what I do and what I stand for to entertain as many people as I can, and I think for the most part it's well received. There are haters still, and there are people who are never going to like me, and that's their choice, and I respect that they do that. People wouldn't be happy if I joined Obey, and I'm sure people would be thrilled if I didn't join Obey. It could go either way, but I think the majority of people do support me. I'm so grateful for that. Why do you want to join Obey? That's the question, and that's the topic of this video. I want to join Obey because I can make a difference. I know I can. I know that I've shown that I can, and I want to be given that chance to show that Obey is something that I belong in. Because when I'm there, I'm going to prove to them, prove to all of you guys that it's not a mistake, and it's something that I can do. It's something that I can bring good content to. Be honest, I could keep talking about this for hours on end, but I think I've made my point really clear. It's not. I remember back in the day, this is one last thing I do want to say. Back in the day, I'm sure everybody always had that aspiration to join Obey, and they're like, well, I wasn't good enough then. But if they just took a leap of faith and recruited me, maybe things could work out. And there was always that maybe aspect on why you didn't get in or why you could be a good recruit. I think I'm confident now at the stage that I'm at where I could say it's not a leap of faith anymore. It's not like a giant leap, and it's not a risk. I personally think that it's just a small step. If that you guys, Gylos and Travi and whoever else is watching this in Obey, anybody who can make that impact to make or break me for this RC, I don't think that it's a leap of faith anymore. Personally, I think that it's just a small step you could take, and it's a step that would benefit you, benefit your friends in Obey, benefit myself, benefit this community. I don't think that it would do bad, and I don't think that it would go badly anymore. Sat here and I could have talked about this in a completely different way. I could have come off as more cocky, I could have come off as more shy, but I just wanted to be me during this. I wanted to give you guys my background, my story, and what I want to do, and I wanted to see if that's what you guys wanted in Obey. So I've laid it all out on the table. My name's Spicy Penny. Is this what you're looking for? Anyways, that's really all this is. That's all it is, and that's all it's ever gonna be, just me. Well, on that note, guys, I am just going to end this video off as is. There's not going to be an outro. I'm not going to do my little Stay Spicy outro, too. This is all it is, and this is who I am, and I hope that it's enlightened you to what I want to be.